Now then, Douglas McMaster reporting for the Zero Waste Cooking School. Today we are getting fat and happy with a caramelised rice pudding recipe. Now there's a lot of dairy in this recipe, and dairy is the danger zone for zero waste as it always comes in plastic. So what you need to do is find a spirit stick and let it guide you to an establishment that sells the dairy in glass, which is recyclable. Say no to plastic. Failing that, go to my friend's website at the Estate Dairy, and they will supply you to your home with the beautiful grass-fed dairy products. So yeah, let's throw away our magic spirit stick because we do not need that anymore, and caramelise some rice pudding. On a medium fire, add your butter and your sugar to make a toffee. So we're just going to cook this together until it's a really beautiful dark brown. While your toffee's getting caramelised, turn oven on to 140 degrees. This is the colour that you want to take the caramel to. It smells dark and delicious. A pale blonde caramel is not acceptable. That's for people who are afraid of flavour. Add your raw rice into the dark caramel. So this is what it should look like. Smoky, delicious caramel. Toast the raw rice in the caramel for about 1 minute. Add your dairy. This will stop the caramel cooking, and it'll seize into like hard shards of caramel. That's okay. As soon as the cream comes to a simmer, it will melt all of the caramel. When the rice pudding comes up to a boil, we're going to pop it in the oven and then just pop a lid on. Bake it until you make it. So we had just over 2 hours in the oven with the rice pudding, and then we've had a good 40 minutes for the rice to puff up in the caramelised milky juices. We're now just going to make a sour fruit compote. Feel free to use any tangy fruit you like. I'm going to use some rhubarb. Don't overthink it, just slice it and then just whack it in a pan with a wee bit of sugar. Just a wee bit, and a wee bit of water, just to get that steam going. Whack it up, some fire, and then just cook that down so it's a bit soft. Now while the compote's cooking, just pop your sauce in. Give this delicious mass of joy a stir. Bring your rice pudding. Now the correct temperature is really important. See how it's just gently steaming? You don't want to burn your mouth. That colour is extraordinary. Finish your caramelised rice pudding with this beautiful sour pink compote, and then eat it. Eat it at the perfect temperature. Eat it to make your belly happy. This is absolutely unbelievable. So this method was inspired by my old boss, Fergus Henderson from St John. He is deserved of credit for this. I might have tweaked the recipe quite a bit, but the caramelised section of the rice pudding is inspired by Fergus. It's unbelievable. It's like every other rice pudding in the world is like a donkey, and this is like a racehorse. It's just, there's no competition. This is not sweet, but sweet in the other meaning of the word sweet. This is the end of this caramelised transmission.